Vice Chancellor's music concert is most certainly one for the books. The University of South Africa has definitely achieved milestones, and we are here to celebrate with them this evening. This year's theme is the Year of the Voice. We're talking jazz, we're talking opera, we're talking African sounds, the best of the best. The first woman to serve as Vice Chancellor in the history of the university from January 2021. Professor Puleng LenkaBula is proof that dream work indeed makes the teamwork. Her immense love, passion and commitment has led her to this spectacular era.
The University of South Africa was started in 1873 as a progenitor of higher education in South Africa, and therefore we are proud that every university that you know in the country was started by Unisa or somewhat was a college of Unisa. But as it evolved, it realized that it must be attentive to the civilizations that were taking place. In 2021, when I started as a new leader of the University of South Africa to look at its possibilities, opportunities to garner around our academicians, administrative staff and professionals to set Unisa as a site of excellence.
As we continue our conversation with Professor Puleng LenkaBula, she takes us through a little bit of a history with academia and the significance of the work she does as we celebrate her Vice Chancellor position.
I was already a Deputy Vice Chancellor at the University of Free State when I came to Unisa, so I did understand what it meant to leading a university.
What better way to embrace this milestone than with music? Attendees were spoiled for choice. Different genres of music serenaded the night.
Only university in the continent that is accredited by the World Music Competition for classical, for jazz and for opera, and we're quite proud of that.
As we continue with some of these legendary sounds and achievement, Professor Thomas Puli really prides himself in his craft and the commitment that goes into this music.
I'm the acting director of the Music Directorate, and that has two components. We have the oldest music exams board, and in fact the only major music exams board in Africa. And that means we offer music exams and syllabi for kids from the age of 5 to adults at the age of 80. So from very beginner all the way to the most advanced. Then we also have another aspect to us, which is the Music Foundation. We offer a concert series, of which tonight's VC Vice Chancellor concert is the highlight, or the high point of the year.
Incredible musicians such as eminent concert pianist Geoffrey Prince, who thrives in classical music, and the renowned musical opera powerhouse Phumeza Matshikiza, accompanied by the Johannesburg Philharmonic Orchestra, conducted by acclaimed conductor maestro Daniel Boyko, brought the house down.
I really enjoyed tonight's performance. It was so exciting. Like all the musicians, they just brought it, you know. I started out playing in my mother's, in my parents' house. My mother sort of had the piano in the house, and they had some piano books lying around. And it was sort of, I think, completely by chance that I started playing piano. I'm like a trained classical concert pianist. From other styles, I find it firstly interesting and also artistically useful.
I grew up singing in choirs. I started singing when I was about 6 years old, 5, 6 years old. And I remember having a solo piece when I was 7 years old at school. So singing opera became the next step from choral music, because we also sang oratorios like Handel's Messiah or the Mozart Requiems. So it was in that vicinity. But I discovered music when I was a teenager, around 14 or 15, opera on radio, and it sounded like what we were doing already in choirs, but it seemed like they were doing something extra special, and I wanted to be able to do that extra special thing. Then I didn't even know, even when I discovered it, I didn't even know that you can make a career out of it, you know, and be a professional singer. But it's been quite something special to do, because my dream as a young child was to travel the world. I wanted to see the world, but I didn't know that music or opera would be my ticket to see the world, and I've traveled.
Iconic Simpiwe Dana also blessed and serenaded us with some soulful African sounds. I then also spoke to some guests on the experience of the evening, and this is what they had to say.
Had such a great time. You know, I got to understand the impact music has on us, you know.
I had a great time tonight. It was an evening to remind us of our Africanness.
Seeing people just enjoying the music was actually a second-to-none experience.
It's a very important piece of history, a very important event, that it continues to be consistent over the years. And
I think Unisa continues to play a critical role in practicalizing the renaissance of the continent.
Today was a beautiful way to celebrate who we are as South Africans.
And just like that, a gorgeous evening has come to an end, and I couldn't have spent it any other way.